Howdy one and all, it is the Bandits on Wheels Fall Showdown number 2. It's featuring Rocket League. We have our first matchup. It's gonna be Shopify Rebellion going up against Intensity. We do know this much about Shopify Rebellion. They are good. Intensity, we got a couple of question marks. We're going to be getting into game number 1. Manfield Night, the location, as Intensity will have their hands full.
To follow up on a bunch of plays. As for the likes of Two Piece and Parth, a good open opportunity here, and Cosmic does not read that bottom left slot.
You're seeing surgical quick strikes from Shopify Rebellion, and then you're seeing Intensity trying to slowly overwhelm. What a pass out of the midfield. Angel will score.
Oh, I love this one from Cosmic. He understands where Angel cheats up. Angel in particular, normally a phenomenal goal scorer, maybe a little quiet recently. It's this low-scoring game. It's these, like you said, precise one-on-one opportunities, and Chicago hits the double-tap angle that nobody was ready for.
What do you mean nobody was ready for it?
Well,
I was ready for it. I was watching. I got excited just looking at it. Chicago. He's Timothy!
But risk certainly will not be found in this match.
It almost seems like the adjustment has been to take things to the defensive zone for Intensity.
This is how the game trend has gone. And it seems like it's going to catch to one.
Wow.
Open opportunity on the breakthrough. Two Piece out to midfield. Quick turn by Tool to send it to Cosmic, who finds the finish on the top left shelf. Intensity have found their pace, and they get 2 here in this one.
Now, 36 seconds. They do still have priority on the ball. Chicago going up early. No one on the backboard. It's a shot on, but Tool is able to keep it out. Cosmic and Tool looking to keep this away, but Shopify maintain pressure. Another big save, but Parth gets the finish at the end. Throwing themselves at the ball is not going to do them any favors. Chicago bump completely out of the way. Tool's got a chance, but Parth sweeps across. Does Chicago have the shot? He does. Shot scores, and it is Shopify Rebellion going up 2-1.
Upfield, Parth waiting, will not challenge there. Instead, Cosmic, a huge bump on him, and Tool will find the net because of it.
Terry Tate, the office linebacker, coming in the form of Cosmic. This is what I've been talking about. It hasn't shown up on the scorecard much, but Cosmic has been putting in work with plays like that.
It's a huge step up. It's a reason they're playing. That's a miss off the backboard, one that you cannot make at this level of gameplay, and Chicago takes full advantage. With different opportunities, Cosmic searching for that bump on Two.
And there it is.
And that's just enough for, again, who to finish? Poole with the hat trick right now. In control, all eyes on him when he's able to get that ball. Parth, though, the follow-up takes it underneath Cosmic. Now Two Piece faking this one, but it's just past Chicago. Seconds left, one final opportunity. Chicago trying to sneak it in with Parth. The finish for Two Piece at 0 seconds, and we find overtime and a very vital game 4.
Their wombo combo coming in, and you can tell that Chicago was setting up for it. This is the type of game that we are looking for. Was coming in like a rocket, and credit to Cosmic. Once again, right place, right time, shot scores! And it seems like Cosmic is everywhere. Offensive, defensive, the one that they're counting on.
This is Cosmic's first goal in this series, I believe.
Extremely dangerous touches, but a loose ball will lead to Parth, and now all of a sudden, there's another lead.
His plays may matter at the end of the day. Minute and 20, Tool out to Angel, the shot on, and that's why I like the fire there.
Do we see more goals, or do we see Shopify Rebellion try to slow things down? Parth just wants another goal, and Angel ends up with the assist.
If Intensity even has the opportunity, Tool here,
no!
off the bar and down, and that would have been the game changer.
But Intensity, Shopify Rebellion, they go to 5 games, and it is Shopify Rebellion coming out on top.
Collecting. looking to send it in front of net. Nice touch just off the corner and bouncing out. No follow-up, and Chicago in midfield can send a slinger downfield into the back of the net.
That's a big double commit as Parth is going to have free reign of this ball. Finds two-piece around one. Double tap, routine offense for Shopify Rebellion, and they still only have 3 shots. I think at this moment they do, however, need to get their bearings back, take the licking that they've been given, and come back with a new game plan.
Oh, that was so pretty. That's routine. Chicago reads the water drop down.
Anticipate to get the read on, and oh my, the old heads are falling apart right now.
This one a miss initially, but Two-Piece gives himself his own follow-up off the ceiling, and the placement on that shot could not be any higher or else it would have bounced out.
But he's finding ways to set the ball up perfectly. Ends up leaving touches just like this for Chicago, and
Shopify Rebellion obviously taking that one in a 3-2 fashion, and then hopping over into the next matchup with Shopify Rebellion versus Old Heads, and Shopify Rebellion quickly turned that one in their favor, winning that one in a sweeping fashion.
We actually had teams that were invited winning today, which was great because none of the invited teams made it through uppers last week. So definitely excited to see Hey Bro and see them kind of continue their dominance. And you go down to the bottom side, of course, you see NRG getting taken to 5 by First Class, and that's actually going to be the next matchup we're looking at.
NRG, not their traditional roster that we're accustomed to. It's Garrett G, who is playing with Eris and Mist. Kickflip, I mean, it just depends on who you essentially want to focus on this roster. You got Cam, you got Flitz, and then of course you have Kofier as well. You're just like, nah, this is just routine Rocket League happening out here on the pitch. But what, I was gonna say Mist almost, but just a tad bit too high off the backboard. Garrett G, infield pass, that one's missed as well.
They're not really pushing up too hard. They know it's a tie game, and they're taking advantage of that as Eris is gonna have a shot on net. Perfectly slotted upper 90, gonna give NRG the lead with 37 to go.
Eris trying to get a pass over to Mist. Mist fires a shot. That one's saved away by Flitz. 3 saves so far in this game number 2, keeping it a 1-0 game. Mist to Garrett G. He's gonna push that one in. That's Garrett G's second.
And speaking of dead to rights, Garrett here. Oh my, okay. A little bit of a lead block situation once again, and Garrett's just gonna carry this almost the entirety of the pitch. Gets the flip reset right here, and that last little bit to just get it away from Flitz. Oh my, Garrett, the placement, sir. Garrett has to fall back. Cam with a shot opportunity. Gonna be there, popped up by Mist. Garrett is there with his old teammates' certified move, the in and out save off the backboard.
Yeah, I mean, Cam went for the flip reset. This is still gonna be a goal, though. Kofer is gonna fall on top of it.
That doesn't really seem to matter, though. Kickflip, if they continue this pace, Cam shot on net. Eris, what a save. Kickflip here, right, versus NRG. So I respect the hustle. I respect the grind, but I also respect Cam's shot off the sidewall there. Let's pull out the protractor. Whoops, what are you thinking about? A 170-degree angle right here?
I have no idea. Cam's in college, so he probably can tell you before I could, but the demolition from Kofer onto Garrett G, the savior himself that we know and love, basically, I think, solidifies that goal.
Here's Garrett G. One touch. Do you have the second? Straight down. Here's Mist. It's going to be in. Tie game for NRG. Pass over to Garrett. He's going to have a second touch. It's not the one he's looking for, however, as this is going to be straight to Kofer. Garrett's not going to be able to get this. Shot on target. And save Cam there. Cam is there. We're going to game 5.
Kofer, once again, just sticking with this ball. I've said his name like 15 times. Flitz, though, going to go ahead and find pay dirt as well. He's going to score first for Kickflip.
But that's the one thing that I've seen so far. When the games aren't in overtime, NRG's always had a quick response to go ahead and get, the game tied back up. As Mist is actually going to find a way to slap this one. I thought that was going to be saved. Apparently it's not. Get it over to the side. Here's Eris looking for 2. Not going to find it. Kofier, are you going to be there? It's going to be Cam. Shot on. Oh, and I think that might be a forced own goal right there. Mist diving across the net. You're going to see an orange trail where that ball ends, and Eris just unfortunately not able to get that double Cam. This shot might have been out, and it looks like it was. That is painful.
That's heartbreak. Yeah, these are those saves I always talk about. As we see Eris off the ceiling going for a fake musty. The Mist is going to try to put this one back. He does find it. NRG go right back up.
I mean, they certainly can. There's opportunities. Here's Flitz with an early one. Cam actually going to be lead, has the pass, and you say, can they do it? They say, yes, we can, like they're Bob the Builder coming out. It's going to continue to not happen right now. This ball is just being fought for in the midfield, shot directly on to Miss. Oh my! NRG gets tangled up and somehow it pushes the ball back into the blue half. This is going to be dangerous. Got an own goal. No! Crosses the net. Mist is able to get it in, and NRG just avoids disaster basically on this reverse sweep. It looked like that might have been in on its own.
As we hop on to Group A up in the top left-hand corner, we have Heybro winning over 1901 in a 3-0 fashion, and 1901 going down to the losers bracket, or the lower bracket, I should say, and they won over Boulevard in a 3-1 fashion as well to secure their spot in Championship Sunday.
The boys took it over Old Heads. They're going to be making it to day number 3 as well. As we look to the top, it's going to be Sapartic making it through uppers, Frosty's Minions getting dropped down to lowers. That's the match you're about to watch, of course, versus the Schnauzenheisers, who had to take flight to 5. Calm, not a lot of boost, gonna get the flick over the top. Nolly, what a absolute win of a 50-50 right there. Look at the car control to be able to get the entire fat part of that hood just onto it. Completely kills the clear attempt from Kaz, and Calm is just able to scoop that one in. No boost, no problems. Frosty's Minions up 1-0 of this series so far. That's a better opportunity, but T-Bar's actually going to save it from his teammate. The back of the net, and we're going to continue to see this offense come out, but the defense holding strong until that moment. The bump coming out, and you know what? If you can't get it through them, just remove them. We are looking at a potential overtime unless this can be transitioned properly. Here's Frosty's shot, gonna be just wide on backwards, gonna get removed, but Noli gets demoed as well. Is he gonna be able to get back in time? The pre-flip, it's own goal. Kaz is able to put up the Schnauzenheisers up 1 with literally 7 seconds to go. Getting beat up by Frosty to get this one off the corner once again. Calm early and there, and Frosty, they finally get the bump play to work. It's gonna be 2-1 in favor of the Minions. Calm should be the first one to this ball, gonna beat out 1. Looking for the bump on T-Bar, gonna find it, and Nolly's so patient. Able to get within 1 with 35 seconds to go. T-Bar, pass to the midfield. Is that going to be it? It is! And they take, what, 20 seconds? Whoops, and they've tied the game up?
But nonetheless, still keep the pressure. He does pick up the boost spawn as well. 20 seconds remaining. This one's on the goal line. This is 3 unanswered goals as well for Schnauzenheisers.
The Schnauzenheisers are staring down the barrel of a 2-1 series lead. We're going to see what Frosty can do. Early pop, of course, gets the flip. Going to look to get it around 1. Nolly actually gets a demo. Make it 2, and there's no defense to be found. Just put up an air 404. You can't connect, and Frosty takes absolute advantage of the situation.
How does this shot, how does he end up with this? The demolition perfectly timed.
Looking to get this one down to Dawn. Calm, pre-jumps this. Backside, completely open. Can Kaz get there in time? I've seen this story before. It happened in Nolly last time. It happens to, unfortunately, the Schnauzenheisers this time. The backside demo just gonna open up everything, and Kaz even guessed the right direction to go. Just enough pace on that shot to be able to find the back of the net. 50-50 in the midfield. Just awkwardness outbound. Everybody and their mother diving for this ball, but it's going to be Frosty getting bumped out of the way by Nolly there. But what is that catch? Are you kidding me?
Frosty. That's what that is. That's just Frosty. He's kind of taking the game over, bumping his teammate. And on top of that, just upside down turtle goal. Easy touch, easy goal. But regardless, it's going to hit the ground, and Frosty's Minions hang on by the skin of their teeth, and they win this series in a 3-1 fashion.
As we kind of take a gander at the bracket for day number 3, we're going to be starting off today, of course, for NRG and Shopify Rebellion. In that upper bracket, we're going to get Heybro and Sapartic going to be playing alongside of it, so we're going to go ahead and update you as the series goes on. And then at the lower bracket, we talked about it yesterday. I'm really looking forward to Frosty's Minions making a run today. I think they're going to be the strongest lower bracket team, but the boys have a case too.
The biggest matchup for us today, the Shopify versus NRG matchup. We got to get into the nitty gritty of this one, Visionary. You know, we've been stalling for enough time as it is, but who do you think has the edge in this matchup?
I think just by form yesterday, I would say that Shopify does have the edge. If I'm going to make a prediction, I'm going to say it's going to be Shopify probably in 5, but I'm okay to be wrong. And I'm loving this right now. Whoops, we're seeing the continuance of space just back and forth as Garrett not able to land that double. Very close. Missed shot on target. Going to get some help from the post. And NRG is going to go up 2-1. Able to get one touch. Able to beat out another. Eris already up on this double tap opportunity. Is he going to find the ankle? The answer is yes. Eris coming from the skies. Able to get one down. And NRG takes a 2-goal lead.
That was insane from Eris. That angle. Chicago's so close. Energy's up by 2. A little bit worrisome right now, but 2-piece. Oh my goodness, puts it right back. Takes some of that momentum away.
As we go on, 37 seconds left. All the time in the world. Is Parth's gonna come under? Do you have the shot? No, the open net not converted by Chicago. He gets post. Is the shooting accuracy on today? The pre-jump, Chicago the pinch. Parth with the shot. Oh my, the aerial acrobatics. Whoops, we're seeing everything get brought out, and it's only game 1.
Parth now with the far clear 2-piece off the backboard. Can he have the double? The hero! 2-piece drills it. Shopify Rebellion tie up the series.
This double commit right here, too, is killer. Eris just dives at that one with Garrett in the midfield. I don't know if that's a miscommunication or are they just worried about Garrett getting beat over the top, but you leave the net wide open for anybody at this level, much less 2-piece. You're going to get it dunked on like that in double tap fashion.
Look at Eris. Oh, trying to set something up for Garrett G. He had the air dribble, had Eris get that bump. It would have been something missed. Gonna lay this one up, and somehow it goes in the face of 2 defenders for Shopify.
I just want to see kind of what happened here and the reasoning behind this. Miss gets bumped off of that, and yeah, I guess Chicago and 2-piece just thought each other had it.
You still have a lot of time left on the clock, only down by 2. There's another shot fired away. 2-piece gets a nick at it, and it's going to ultimately end in. Miss going to pick up his second. We've seen just, I would say, lack of shot attempts as 2-piece puts another one through. And as I say that, I caster bless the Shopify team. Parth opens up with a beautiful goal. Eris up in the air now, going for a double touch off the backboard. Garrett G with the putback. Just a very, very solid position right there from Garrett G.
This is going to be down in front. Mist is isolated alone. Yeah. Top corner not going to be found. Here's Parth over both defenders. Shopify going to go up 2-1.
No, I think they scored a goal early on. I was going to say this might be the first time, but nonetheless, maybe 2 goals for them. A little bit too hard for Chicago right there.
He's missed his last back here. Has to avoid the demo. 2-piece rocket of a shot. Actually going to go bar and down. You said it's going to be detrimental. Well, there it is. We're not even a minute in, and Shopify is taking a 2-goal lead. They're starting to get that down, but 2-piece is going to secure a demo to get rid of that boost. Shot from Garrett, however. Wow. How does Chicago save that? What is that angle?
On top of that, I think that's the second or third time that Eris has challenged a little bit too early, in my personal opinion. This is going to be put back easily by Chicago. Nice little waterfall pass down from 2-piece over into the next game, but regardless of the fact, Shopify Rebellion hangs on and stays in the upper bracket. Upper bracket, Hey Bro 3-1 over Suck Park Tick. So they're going to be taking on Hey Bro versus Shopify Rebellion in the upper finals. Lower bracket over 1901 with the 1-3 loss against Rossi's Minions. First class, of course, we talked about that beforehand in the lower round, 3-0 against the boys. But Viz, this is going to be a banger matchup as well. We have a lot of big names in this game.
I think this matchup is pretty much the same as the last one. As far as how it's going to be played, it's going to be quick. I think Frosty is really the X factor here, and I want to see Frosty versus Eris and kind of that duel, because oh my god, double demo is going to leave this wide open. Does Garrett have enough boost to get back to it? Flip reset. Oh my, Garrett, but it's going to be off the crossbar, off the post and out. That was a gorgeous play.
Over pass to Noli. Noli sizes it up, but missed. Is going to deny him. Eris with a far clear.
It's just instant transitions as Frosty has an opportunity here. Do you have the double? Yes, you do. Frosty able to get the Minions the 1-goal lead.
Might have a crack at this one. Eris, once again, open, finds the net, drills it home. We have ourselves a tie ball game. Yeah, it's a little bit more methodical for sure. 15 seconds. Eris extends this one, missed. Almost with the redirect. Garrett G comes from nowhere. NRG take the lead late.
That's a massive clear by Eris there, and Miss somehow gets this dunk perfectly, and Garrett, right spot, right time. Captain America always finds a way to get the goal.
See a close shot right here from Comp that's going to be saved away, but I want to see NRG be a little bit more aggressive. I feel like there's a lot of chances for them for the second touches. Speaking of which, 2 people get this job done. Garrett's to get credited with the goal, but watch this bump right here from Miss to solidify this goal.
Hey, why don't you go ahead and get a little bit more power on that, Garrett? We're just gonna, the power of friendship, as you said yesterday, right? With our powers combined, call him Captain Planet now, I guess? Like, we can go ahead and roll it out all day. Noli gonna be there. Gonna get one over the top. Is anybody in net? The answer's no, and there's Frosty.
Last chance right here, missed. Has to worry about Com behind him. Set it up. Garrett G! The hero, Captain America himself, pushes this one in. And we're looking at potential overtime here in Game 3.
What a shot.
Up. He almost had that one himself. Garrett G was there lurking. Eris. Oh, the pitch. Garrett G saves it once again. I thought Noli had that one off the top crossbar. Now Calm first person there.
Gonna play it low, get it through one, get a bump over on Mist, but it's not gonna be enough. Nolly shot off target. Here's Frosty, gonna leave it for Calm. On target again, Eris with the save, but you can't continue to make goal line saves, and the minions keep themselves alive.
The whole entire time, the series so close on paper, so close even more in the game. Calm off the backboard. Oh my goodness, what a pass from Noli. NRG now forced with their backs against the wall. Can they come back in this matchup? Eris fires this one too high off the backboard. Garrett G with the putback, easy peasy. Almost like he's been here before. And Calm ultimately, I was gonna say, gets read by Garrett, as that shot has to be respected. Eris has Garrett G open wide. No one was there on the defensive end for Frosty's minions. Frosty up in the air. Nice bump. Oh my goodness, what a save from Eris though. Somebody at midfield. Calm now gonna try to keep this one up. Garrett G kills it at midfield, and NRG survive and move on to the lower half of the bracket as well. Of course, you guys watched that 3-1 victory. NRG taking out Frosty's minions, so they're done out of this tournament. And then Suck Park Tick taking on the boys as well. Hopefully NRG can kind of progress, and a lot of people here cheering them on, especially with this new roster that they have. But we find ourselves in the upper bracket, the upper finals. Hey Bro taking on Shopify Rebellion. So who's going to advance to the grand finals?
Gonna keep this one down in. Hockey gonna pop it up high through Parth, but Chicago gonna be there. A lot of space given up by the third in Creams. As the pass gonna come out. Parth taking the time, forces a jump. What a play by Parth, and Shopify Rebellion gonna take an early lead. Chicago has a shot opportunity. Is this gonna be in? Off the top. What? Wavy somehow sucks it down. Are you kidding me?
Set up right here from Two Piece and Parth. You guys know that they're synergized. This is an open net, huge demo on the backside. That was Chicago getting demoed.
Here's an opportunity for Heybro to potentially get this in transition. Creams, flip reset, found. Demo play gonna be there. In front of the net, it's gonna be Wavy off the phenomenal pass from Creams to give Heybro the lead with 9 seconds to go. Gonna be able to beat out one, isn't able to get the kind of glancing blow on the second. Parth with a shot. That's just gonna find the back of the net. Great passing play, amazing counterattack coming up from Shopify. Gets a flip, gets it around Parth. The fake out from Hockey here, gonna let the demo come through.
Exactly what we were talking about with Chicago, taking away some of these shooting lanes. Creams though, sizes that one up. Parth denies them. Right back towards the opposite end now. The hustle back. Parth double tat. Easy off the backboard. Parth pops off here. Up by 3 again as Shopify Rebellion.
That's just a mistouch by Wavy there, trying to get aggressive and cut off that midfield action. Hockey just gets dusted due to it because he's pushed up as well. They're trying to get those goals back.
You have so much wiggle room to kind of implement your strategy. Speaking of which, Chicago on the offensive end is going to score this one.
Able to secure 100 boost as well. Creams looking to get it past one, is able to. Wavy's already up. He slots it in the back of the net.
Creams now still sizing this one up. Parth with the miss, and Wavy's going to get credited with the goal. He's going to be the savior here for Heybro as they move on to match point.
Oh, the flip reset just beats out Chicago over the top, and Parth is not able to make the read. Heybro gonna take the lead in the series. Two-piece currently caught in the net. This one's gonna be over the top. Chicago has his choice of where to shoot it, and is perfectly placed again. Shopify takes an early lead here with 2:54 to go.
Here comes Parth now. Air dribble. Hockey had the challenge, but I think he didn't have enough boost to kind of go up in the air, trying to get this ball off of their half. About 60 seconds left to go. Chicago with a nice lead. Two-piece with the drill. You see if Heybro can maybe get one in their direction as well. Ooh, Chicago going high. Left with two-piece. Oh my goodness, Wavy! Cream scores it! What a play right here from Heybro.
Oh, Wavy just has the mind games. Hey, pass one. Hey, I'm going to flick this. No, I'm not. Over the top. Parth so close to getting that save, but you're not going to be able to squeeze it through two offensive players.
If you are Shopify, great pass over with the demolition. The smoke screen comes through. Creams picks up another goal. All 4 goals for Creams. Heybro go up by 1.
There's a decent 50-50, but not a lot of boost right now for Shopify Rebellion as this ball is going to be lingering in the midfield once again. 0 seconds. Creams flip reset. Not going to be able to find much, but the ball drops. We're going to get a rematch of NRG versus Shopify Rebellion, and Heybro somehow finds a way to win again.
Of course, we are looking at match points back-to-back for NRG coming up next against Shopify, and they were struggling to close out games. But Corelli, I feel like this is a very big situation, right, where For both these two squads going into what our matchup will be, Shopify NRG, we are looking at like, okay, this is kind of a test of the water between two maybe top pro RLCS teams, at least alone on caliber of individuality across the board, and they have proven that there's a lot to be desired between these two squads.
And a lot of times it's a great spot, just a bailout spot, an overflow spot, if you will, for defenses, just to clear their lines. And what a touch by Garrett. No line is going to get in front of that one, and Garrett coming alive here for NRG.
Yeah, that's kind of an interesting bailout touch from Chicago. He was trying to play it back and give his teammate a chance to go up for the follow-up extension in midfield, but Garrett snuffed it out very quickly.
And Chicago is able to get out. Here comes 2Piece on the pre-jump shot on target and missed. Is not going to get there in time. We're all tied up once again. Chicago got such a weird touch that I think it threw off the defense. I don't think Miss expected to come. Here's a flip reset shot from 2Piece. It's too high.
Compared to week one, how dangerous he was in the corner. Misplay. Oh, are you kidding? Oh, the caster curse is great, but the defense not so much.
What a pass from Eris. I mean, this thing was a rocket towards him, and he didn't have a lot of boost either, and so he backflips, gives it back to Miss, who basically is teed up for the shot.
Shopify might be sitting pretty well going into game two. So far, a 1-0 lead. They're trying to build on it with the force these minions. 3-1. Then they move through for another game 4 victory in the lower semis. Now find themselves going head-to-head against some of the best in the world, but Chicago is also just as good. One's across the board and makes it 2-0. And I think bringing up the overcommits are a good shout, because just looking back to game 2, how often Garrett was downfield as like the first man out on the counterattack before the play had developed, and he was dishing and finding missed in the likes of Eris.
Because of a well-timed demo on the right guy. And that's the key point here. Now, a little fake, a little pass, a little shimmy to the far side, and Shopify will find a way home.
And the pre-flip that beats out the extra touch. This is beautifully set up, and the communication. 2Piece was already in motion as the pass is landing. Great reaction from Chicago. And the placements from one of the best in the game. Icing on top. It very much seems like in this first series, it's kind of how they played so far today alone. He's been the first and second option.
Hitting everywhere but the net right now. As this one, it's wide open for Chicago, and finally the challenges come through.
It is absolutely Shopify series, as they will take it 3-1 in Coliseum. NRG put up a hell of a fight, but Shopify just a little bit too much at the midfield, and they changed pace quickly in this series. This is our grand finals coming up. That's Corelli, I'm Spaceman, and this has been a fun one. We just saw the conclusion of Shopify versus NRG, and now a rematch of Hebro versus Shopify, a best of 7 with the winner's advantage going to Hebro for 1 game. What's been standing out to you most? This rematch could be an absolute blowout.
Well, I mean, we'll reiterate it just in case people are joining us, but Hebro looking to go back-to-back in these tournaments, because they won the last one. They won the Fall Showdown number 1. Here they are number 2 in the grand finals. They get that game advantage in the best of 7 here. We move to a best of 7 now. Hebro and Shopify Rebellion, they also played earlier today. That was a obviously 5-game series, but it was a series in which Shopify was winning up until the last minute. They were going to win that series. They were winning by 2? And they came back. Hebro came back and won. So now Shopify, they've lost to Hebro, gone through NRG. They get back to the grand final here, back to get another chance against Hebro. That's exciting. I mean, this is a chance for them to kind of redeem themselves.
A game of inches. Around 1, Parth. Through the corner, here comes Chicago, full tank, double tap, triple. Oh, it's just gonna squeeze in. Chicago had all the space, and nobody in the back line was gonna stop it.
How many touches is Chicago gonna get on this one before it goes in? That's a great touch, and a couple off the back wall. Beats that man, and what a touch from Chicago. Is all the way back post as well with 41 seconds left.
Gives it to Wavy, finds the second. Lane's open, hold on, the flick is good, bar down. Here comes Hockey with the clear from 2Piece.
Leaving very few options for Shopify Rebellion. You're seeing a lot of clears, a lot of balls given up on. Now an air dribble up and over, and the punch and the finish. Creams is there. Chicago tried to make a play on it, but Hebro will double up.
For Shopify, off these kickoffs, they've been so powerful and so great on the opening touches, trying to keep it going.
Well, already a couple saves, and maybe even a third one required. Parth, double tap, as that one goes up and over the last man. What a touch from Parth.
Huge way to open it up. Wavy gives it right back. Chicago beats him to his own possession, and 2 touches off the back wall.
See what Hebro can do here, because we're approaching halftime. Hockey finding a ton of space and the delay. Oh my goodness, the bump out of the way, and Hockey, how is he able to keep possession all the way across the field like this? Pinch, Parth wants it back to Chicago and almost got there across the field. This one's going to come in front of the net. Parth is there, and again.
Mentalities of these players kind of kick into high gear, and they recognize the situation they're in. They recognize maybe how the field looks on the spread, and they're like, all right, we can make a play here. We can make an opportunity look good from here. Chicago, perfect. Across the pitch, the placement is excellent. Shopify looks so good.
And a great pass from Chicago to Parth. Parth down back to Chicago.
The offense, the first line of attack here from Shopify has not slowed down. Chicago has been essentially everywhere uncontested.
Oh, man.
Quick shot. Better save from Wavy.
Wavy up to 6 saves. Hebro staying alive, and the bump. Hebro's going to go all the way, and they're going to extend this series.
Every time you want to count them out, they do something absolutely silly. And Hockey with a huge bump. It's wide open. Everybody's happy. We got ourselves a Game 7 down to the wire with almost 3 minutes and 40 seconds burned in OT.
Two-piece. Trying to get the flip reset. He does find it again off the crossbar. That's 2 crossbars from Shopify. And another shot, and finally it'll go through Parth.
Yet again, both teams have had their very interesting looks on offense. Follow-up from Chicago. The handoff is gross.
I mean, listen, we know Chicago's going to put away these shots, but look at these touches from Two-piece. Rolls off the ceiling. Little musty flick to keep going. Chicago's there to put away the shot. I mean, that's routine for Chicago at that point, and Shopify able to find themselves in a 2-goal lead again. There's some space for Wavy as some physical plays come out. That one's saved by the post. Wavy hit both posts. But Shopify Rebellion going to be Bandit on Wheels Fall Showdown #2 champions here, taking down the defending champions of Hebro.
But hey, bro, I mean, they were rolling through essentially every team we saw. It wasn't until the grand finals where they eventually met their fate. But hey, bro, and NRG, maybe the 2 big standouts going into our day 2 bracket, Corelli, they kind of just handled business. And it was really great to see repetition from some of the top teams. Day 3 here today was kind of what we expected. We thought we might see Shopify and NRG go head to head after that upper bracket. They did, but it took a couple of notches to get there. Frosty's minions put up a fight against NRG. NRG handled their business. They move on forward into the lower semis, taking it in 4, and Shopify went to 5 against Hebro in the upper bracket. We saw a couple of rematches 2 times in a row. Lower finals was pretty close in most games, but Shopify handled their business yet again, and we went back to a 7-game series. Stay safe, stay wonderful. Keep updated with Tactical Bandits on Twitter to find out when these players are going to be playing and when we will be here and where that all would be going down. So from all of us here, from myself, from Corelli, from all production and players, thank you guys for watching. We'll see you on November 11th. Take care. Have a good night.